Hi guys, and welcome back to Miyuki Crochet. Happy 1st of September. If you're like me, you are thrilled that fall is around the corner and you get to wear awesome hats and scarves and the leaves are changing. I'm like so excited, pumpkin lattes and all that stuff. Anyway, in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to crochet this folded ribbed hat. You will need yarn. Today I'm using Red Heart Super Saver in burgundy in a 4 medium. You will need a yarn needle, scissors, measuring tape. For a crochet hook today I'm using a 6mm hook. If you're new to crochet, please refer to my video how to crochet. If not, let's get started. Make a slip knot. Chain 38. Once you have your foundation chain, you're going to single crochet along your chain, so just working back the way you started. After you've single crocheted along your foundation chain, you're going to chain 1, turn your work around. Alright, so the side that was facing you is away from you, and the side that was away from you is facing you. Alright, so after you've done that, you see when you look at your project from this angle, you can see that there's like little V's. It looks like little V's where there's 2 little V pieces, so 1, 2. See? What you're going to do is you're going to work in the back loop only. This is going to create beautiful ribbing for the hat. Alright, so make sure that you single crochet in the first chain from your hook. Alright, and just crochet in the back loop only. So you're leaving the front loop here, and you're only working in the back loop. And it's always the back loop away from you. So regardless of when you switch your work around, it's always one away from you. And you're just going to single crochet all the way down, working in the back loop only. Once you've single crocheted along your first row, back loop only, you're going to notice it starts kind of doing a bit of ribbing, so that's what you're looking for. You're going to repeat the step again by chaining 1. By getting the first stitch, you're going to prevent your work from looking uneven. Alright, so go all the way down and meet me back. Alright, once you get to the end of the row, you're going to repeat the same step. Chain 1, turn your work around. Single crocheting in the back loop only, make sure you don't forget that first one there. You're going to keep doing this, single crochet in the back loop only, until your work measures about 19 inches, or when you can take the work and wrap it around your head and it fits the width of your head. Or if you take the hat like this in both ends, and you can just fold the rib part over, wrap it around your head, and if the 2 ends touch, then it is wide enough for you. The standard when sewn up is about 9.5 inches in width, so that's about 19 inches. But some people have a smaller or larger head, so you can just adjust it accordingly. Alright, so meet me back here when you are done. Once your work measures about 19 inches, you are going to take your scissors. You want to give yourself enough yarn so you're going to be able to sew along the sides and the top of the hat. So make sure you give yourself enough yarn. Right? Take your fingers or your crochet hook and just pull the yarn through the loop like this, creating a knot. It's going to end your work. And you're going to grab your chested yarn needle. You're going to put your yarn in your yarn needle. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your project and fold it as such. Okay? So right now it looks like this. Alright, what I like to do, just so it looks a little cleaner, is the first stitch I want to stitch like this with the yarn needle and just pull through, just so I start off nice and clean. See how pretty that is? And then you're going to go on the other side, and they have to line up evenly. So it's very important, because if not, it's going to end up lopsided. So you want to make sure that the ends line up, and you're going to do the same thing on each side. So insert your yarn needle, pull through, and you can clearly see that there's nice ribbing that you can put your yarn needle in, so it goes in super easy. It's not complicated. And just keep doing that until you reach the top of the hat. Once you've stitched alongside like this, you're going to start to stitch at the top here. And the great thing about when you do the rib pattern is that it actually creates little areas for you to know exactly where to stitch in with your yarn needle. So you've come to the top now, and we're going to keep going this way. Alright, and then you just grab it like this, and you see those little ribs? Just take your yarn needle and insert the yarn like this, joining the rib on the other side. And just keep doing that, and you'll notice that it kind of starts to bunch together like so. And that's good. Just make sure that you don't pull it too tight or too loose, but we're going to definitely make adjustments on it as we go. So again, take your yarn needle and take the two ribs together like so, and just keep doing it till you get back on the side where you started. Alright, so once you've done it, it kind of looks like this. It's still all open and stuff. You can gently take your yarn and tug slightly just to tighten up the hole in the middle. Alright, do that ever so gently. But what you're going to do to close the hole is you're going to take your yarn needle now, and then you're going to just clean it up by like crisscrossing with your yarn needle. Alright, so in one side and oops, in and then pull out, crisscross. Basically, you just want to close that gap, and you want to make sure that it's not bumpy or anything, but we're going to flip this at the end anyway, so kind of like so, you see? And then I don't want any bumps, so I just keep going until I'm satisfied with the way it looks at the top. So just keep going. Alright, what I like to do at this point is I make a firm knot like this, but I'm not finished here because I don't want to leave it out like this. So what I'm going to do is take my work and then flip it like this, take my hands, stretch out the hat a bit, like so, okay, and then when I look at it I can say, okay, do I need to keep sewing? Like this, a little piece that's kind of poking out. So you could take your yarn needle and just fix it, or take your fingers, kind of adjust the top a little bit to kind of close up the top. So, and you could also, some people what they like to do too is take thread and needle and just kind of close the hole up a little nicer, or so they feel more secure about it. So yeah, just adjust it with your hands. Once you're satisfied, you're going to cut the yarn here. You're going to take the little tail that you started with and yarn it. You're going to take the little tail you started with and weave it in so you cannot see it any longer. And another little quick tip, if you want to make sure your projects always look perfect and don't undo, is always go back over your end pieces, like the pieces that you yarn in, with thread and needle. And that way you're guaranteed it won't come out, but it doesn't really if you give it a good knot and weave it in properly. And then cut it off. And then there you go. There you are with your ribbed hat. All you have to do now is wear it. Thank you so much for watching today's tutorial on how to crochet a folded ribbed hat. If you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below if you'd like to see me do other videos like this one. As always, keep toasty!